How are y'all feeling today? Hi everyone, welcome to the Braid Hub Podcast. Good morning, good night, good evening, whenever you're watching this. I'm actually so excited to start this. I literally impulsively decided to start a podcast last week, and I was like, I'm gonna do it because I want to. I decided I have a lot of opinions that I want to speak about in this community, and I feel like this community could take some of my 2 cents. Yeah, that's where we are. Some of you may already know me. Some of you are maybe just now finding out about me. And if so, then hi. Nice to meet you. My name is Zylaysia Tiyetta. I've been braiding for 3+ years. I do content on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and I just love doing hair. I just love braiding. I love talking to other people about it. I love teaching other people about it, educating other people. Even though I still have some learning to do myself, you can always help the next person. So my intentions behind this podcast is strictly to build and create a community for us braiders so that we have a safe space to come and talk and just conversate with each other without having to feel like you're in competition or you're envious with anybody. I'm supposed to be your braider best friend. So if you have anything that you want to ask about or talk about, I will talk about it. We can talk about it. I might throw in some of my personal opinions here and there because this is my podcast. But my intentions behind this podcast is so pure, so genuine. I want everyone who watches this and is a braider or aspiring to be a braider, I want you to know that I have all good intentions and I want the best for you. I want you to succeed. I feel like the topic for today is the perfect topic to start with to introduce my podcast because I just feel like it's so in the air. It's so out there. Everyone talks about it. Everyone posts about it. Everyone jokes about it. Braiders and their unprofessionalism is creating such a toxic industry. So today we're going to talk about toxicity in the braiding industry, okay? Because girl, I could write a book about this. We're going to talk about it. I have my handy dandy notes. I'm going to try to end up getting this podcast on Spotify as soon as I can. So for all of my audio listeners, I just know that I have my little iPad with my notes. I know that not every single braider, I feel like I say braider weird. Someone said that before, that I say braider weird. So I'm going to try to say it right. I feel like not every braider is unprofessional or just inconsiderate. Everyone is trying to say they are. Obviously, everyone knows that there's ignorant people in every industry, in every group, in every community. I do feel like everyone knows that it's not every braider, but it does affect all of us. It does affect all of us even if we don't think it does. Anytime a client is looking to book for a braider, subconsciously they're thinking in the back of their head, no matter how many times they've booked with you and you've never gave them an issue, subconsciously in the back of their mind, they are always thinking, is she gonna cancel on me? Is she gonna reschedule my appointment last minute? Even if they don't think they are, they are. It's becoming so common that that's what people expect. They don't expect anything more than that. It affects all of us, whether we want to admit it or not. It affects all of us. So I just feel like it's something that we need to talk about because majority of the braiders out here have done something that's toxic or is doing something that is toxic. The reason I want to address this issue so bad, y'all, is because when it comes to the beauty industry in general, people don't take braiding serious. Let me say this, it's not they don't think it's not a real job or anything, which I also think that too. People think braiding isn't a real job. People think that being in the beauty industry itself is not a real job. They think that it's a side hustle. But nowadays, people turn this shit into a whole career. But that's a whole other video. Since braiding is only made for people with my skin tone or with kinky curly hair. Not saying other people can get braids, but you know who's generally getting braids all the time, right? So the fact that something that is made specifically for the Black community is so toxic right now says a lot. This industry is made specifically for Black people. You see other people getting braids, but this was made by Black people for Black people. So why is it so toxic? That's why I have such an issue with it because, I don't know, I feel like people already expect us to be, unorganized. So the fact that, the proof is in the pudding is kind of embarrassing, and I want us to fix it. Go ahead and get into the good stuff, okay? Let's get comfortable. If you're listening to this while you're working, while you're braiding, make sure you have your headphones on. If you're not, if you're just chilling at the house, get your snacks. We're gonna get into this. Y'all, I talked about this previously. Anyone I've talked to about this topic knows how I feel about this topic, but I genuinely hate the get rich off hair thing, y'all. I don't want to sound like a hater. I do not like it because you can get rich off hair, but not everybody can get rich off hair. Like, I don't hate it because you can't get rich off hair. Let me say that. You most definitely can get rich off hair. You can make a lot of money off hair. I hate it because it's so widely advertised that everyone is trying to get rich off hair. Every single body, everybody, their mama, their auntie, their grandma, their cousin, their nieces, like even men are trying to get rich off hair. Not saying that's an issue, but everybody is trying to get rich off hair. It's okay for you to be good at something, but you don't have to always make it into a business. Like, you can be good at doing hair, but you don't have to get rich off of it, and you don't have to scam people to get rich off of it. It builds a toxic community because it's not realistic. It's not realistic for everybody and their mama to be getting rich off the same thing, especially if they're not doing it right. On Instagram, I feel like on social media in general, people are only showing the light, which people do in general on social media because they're social media, like, especially on Instagram. So, like, whenever I see this get rich off hair or, like, buy my ebook and you'll be a millionaire by the end of the year, it just makes me so mad because you think buying a $25 ebook is going to make you rich by the end of the year? Like, yeah, it can help you out, but it's not gonna make you rich. It's not gonna do that. Stop making people feel like all they need to know is the skills. No, you need to learn how to run a business. You need to learn how to be a business owner, how to be a service provider and provide services in a professional manner. People only show the good, how much money they make, how many clients they get, how good the styles look, but nobody shows the mental struggle behind it. You got school the next morning, but you stayed up doing a client and you barely getting any sleep, and then you got a client after class the next day. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about how you don't get to hang out with your friends on weekends because you gotta edit content videos to post, or you gotta stay up and do clients because you need to pay for your booth rent. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about how you make all this money, but you still gotta put it back into your business. You don't just get to get rich off hair and keep all the money. You have to keep getting rich off hair, so you have to keep spending half the money that you make. You're gonna spend half of the money you make back into your business. And people don't understand that. They don't understand that because people don't advertise that part on social media. They only advertise the getting rich part. They don't advertise how you get there, how long it takes, the struggle it takes. You don't just get there. You have to work for it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really despise it, because it's like, this isn't realistic. It's only realistic for the people who took the time to do it the right way from the beginning, from the get-go. In every industry, there's always people that are unprofessional. Like, that's just how it is. Social media has made it way worse. Not even made it way worse, but like, it's helped spread so many story times, so many horrible things that people have done to their clients that are paying them money. So now it's not like, oh, I have a bad experience and I just have to go about my day. No, I have a bad experience. I can go on social media, tell my story, and now this braider's reputation is ruined forever. And not only is her reputation ruined forever, other braiders now have a little bit of that reputation, especially when it's frequent, when it's over and over again, especially in a certain area. Social media has made it so much more easier, like, braiders to gain, for anybody to gain a bad reputation. So I just feel like people need to tread lightly. Be more mindful of how you treat people, especially nowadays in social media. Even if you really don't want to, fake it till you make it, bro. I'm about to tell you guys about the TikTok that actually, like, inspired this episode. The reason I wanted to make this video is because I was scrolling on TikTok and I seen a video of this girl basically saying that she booked an appointment for 7:30 in the morning, but she woke up at 5, she was getting ready, She checked her email for some odd reason. She realized that her braider moved her appointment to 9:30 a.m. without messaging her, without asking her if it's okay. She just got rescheduled it and the client got an email, which is crazy to me because I like professionalism, communication, like, you're not gonna talk to her. Like, she rescheduled her appointment, so the girl was like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna still show up at 9:30. I need my hair done and I got something to do the same day. And she's getting her hair done, blah blah blah. She said she ended up ordering food, and the stylist was like, oh, you're gonna have to eat your food in the car, which is crazy to me because, like, we are here for hours on hours on hours on hours. Who am I to tell you you can't eat? Not that she can't eat, but like, come on now, girl. Like, I know you got hair all over the floor in here. Gonna have to clean up when she leave anyways. If she drop a couple crumbs, like, it's okay. Like, I just feel like y'all just be... She's like, yeah, she can't eat in there. She ate her DoorDash in her car. That's just adding more time to the appointment service. Like, I don't get it. She came back and the stylist was like, hey, do you live, like, near here? Do you live close? And then the client was like, no, I don't really live close here. And then the girl was like, well, can you come back another day or just come back another time? I'm on my period right now and I'm just really cramping really bad right now. I can't finish your hair. And so literally, I knew the girl basically didn't finish her hair because the girl basically was on TikTok telling her story with half her hair done. I'm gonna show you guys the video.
Welcome to the Chronicles of Diamonds. Still doesn't have her hair done and it's 2:29. Oh my gosh. So, story time. Just in case you were wondering, if you didn't know, I had a hair appointment this morning. My hair appointment was supposed to be at 7:30. I woke up at around 5 o'clock and just happened to randomly check my email, and then I saw that my appointment had got rescheduled to 8:15. I did not get any text notification about this appointment being rescheduled, but I'm glad I checked my email. Look at me, super productive. I pull up at 8:15. I was told that I will let you know when I'm ready for you to come in. In the house around 8:30. I sat in the chair. She wasn't ready, and around 9 o'clock is when she started doing my hair. She started braiding, and then I ordered some french fries because I got hungry. I did a DoorDash order from McDonald's, and then she told me I had to eat my food in the car. Okay, that's cool. So I ate my food in the car, and then a little bit later she says, "Hey, do you live around here?" I was like, "No, I live in Dallas." And she was like, "Well, I have someone that can finish braiding your hair, or because my period came on, I'm just not feeling good." I said, "I have somewhere to be at 3:30. This is how much we got done. This is how much we don't have done." She said, "Well, I really cannot finish. I really need to take 2 hours because I have really bad cycles." She said, "I can offer you something off, but I just can't finish right now. I can finish in a couple of hours." So whether that's for me to come back or for me to go to this other braider. I looked at the other braider's Instagram. Did not like her work, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, maybe I can come back, but I have somewhere to be. I really don't know. She was like, well, you can just braid it down and put a hat on at your event, or I can braid it down for you. Like, we can just come back and we can finish it. I can have someone help me finish it. So that's what we had. So this is why my head looked like this at 2:20, and I got somewhere to be in an hour.
I don't know if she ended up finishing the girl hair or not, or what the girl did. It was just given she didn't want to do the girl's hair from the get-go, and if that was the case, she should have just canceled. And even then, if you don't like doing what you're doing, don't do it. Like, nobody's forcing you guys to take clients on days. You guys, that's what blows my mind the most. We create our own schedule. So why can you not be on time to your own schedule that you created? If you know that you can't make it, put it for another time. If you don't know what you're doing weeks ahead, open your books by the week. Open your books by half the month. You don't have to open up your books by the whole month if that's the case. I have a video of me being on my monthly and still coming into the shop, still going to the hair store before I go to the shop, get to the shop earlier than my client got there, setting up before my client got there. I set up her camera for her YouTube video that she wanted to film. She left, I cleaned up, and I went home and did what I had to do. I got through that whole appointment. Yeah, cramps are bad, but you gotta thug it out, bruh. This is real life. Like, you can't just, business is way more, like, sensitive than a job. You can't just call out. Anytime you call out when you have a business, like, just a little bit of trust is lost there. Even if you have a good bond with your client, I just feel like as a business owner, you have to hold yourself accountable 10 times more than you would if you had a job. You have to have more discipline because you have to do it yourself. So I just feel like if you can't do that, why are you becoming a braider? When I talk about toxicity in the braid industry, I'm about to tell you guys exactly what I mean by that, okay? I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's like a little bit of tension between like braiders and just clients. Like, there's tension within the community because clients literally cannot trust their braider. And there's even, which I think is so unprofessional. Y'all, there's even videos of like braiders and service providers going on Instagram, making story times about their clients, making like passive aggressive posts about their clients. Like, it's so much tension. It's not okay to make any type of post bashing your clients or talking about any client. Like, y'all, I don't know if you guys, okay, if she ends up seeing this video, oh well. But I seen this video on Instagram Reels, and it was this lady, and she was like, remembering that one time I had a client and she came to her appointment smearing like period blood. And so then she was like, so I made a hygiene card. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't know what her intentions were. Like, behind posting that video, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not gonna say they weren't good intentions, but she most definitely could have just said, hey, I got a new hygiene card. And I just like feel, bro, imagine how the clients feel. Like, all of your clients are like, damn, was I on my period when I booked to her? I was one of your clients, I would be thinking, damn, was I on my period? Because who is she talking about? Like, okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some examples of toxic behavior in the braiding industry, okay? Overpricing and hidden fees. I cannot stress this enough. Just because you can charge a price does not mean you should. Like, I feel like everyone is trying to make braids themselves a luxury service when they were never a luxury to begin with. Do y'all forget where braid culture comes from? The culture of braids in America come from slavery. They were never a luxury. It was never meant to be a luxury to anybody, especially in the Black community. This is a part of our culture. The braid experience itself is not a luxurious experience, but you can make it a luxurious experience. And that's when you can start charging high prices. You charge for complimentary food, complimentary snacks, TV, blankets, whatever it is that you offer that makes your service luxurious, that's what you charge high prices for. Braids were never meant to be $500. I promise you that. I get inflation is a thing, but even with that, like, there's no place where you're gonna go get like good, really good braids for under $200. I'm gonna say that. But there's no reason you should be charging over $1,000 for braids. Over $800 for braids. I can make a whole video about pricing itself, but I just feel like you are exploiting your clients if you are charging something just because you know you can. I'm not even saying you should lower your prices. I'm saying you should cater your prices to your target audience. So if you know you live in a low income city, why are you charging high income prices? I finally found a good price range to where I feel like I'm getting paid enough for the work that I provide and my clients can afford it. I have a good clientele. I haven't had any complaints. I even get tips. If you can get to that point, that's perfect. Okay, let's not talk about the stealing, committing literal theft, and stealing people's deposits. There's absolutely no reason that you should be keeping a deposit if you canceled an appointment. That's all I gotta say. The whole point of the deposit is to confirm that your client will show up. So if you're the one who doesn't show up, why do you get to keep the deposit? Another thing is canceling appointments without telling anyone, without even having the decency to message your client and tell her that you can't make it, that you can't do her hair. You're just gonna send her an email, an automatic email that her appointment is canceled and she's just supposed to deal with it. One thing that I do with every single one of my clients can vouch for me. Anytime I push anybody's appointment back past 20 minutes, I take money off. And the only reason I say 20 minutes is because I have a grace period for me and my clients for 20 minutes in my policy. So my clients get a 20-minute grace period. I get a 20-minute grace period. But I do let them know if I need an extra 20 minutes. I don't just wait 20 minutes and no. I let them know if I need extra time. But if I push their appointment back past 20 minutes, I take money off. Every single one of my clients can testify to this. I take money off. It depends on how far I push your appointment back. If I have to reschedule to another day, I take money off. If I have to cancel your appointment, I send your deposit back and I take money off your next appointment. I do that to try to build my clients' trust back. You can't just do things to your clients and expect them to trust you or to come back. That's why I show my clients that I am not money hungry, because I'm really not. I already make a lot doing hair. So it's not like I need an extra $20 on the side. If I need to spend $20 out of my pocket to earn my client's trust back, that's exactly what I'm going to do. When she comes back the next 3 times, she's going to bring me 3 times as much money in my pocket than them $20. Them $20 are going to be nothing compared to the next 3 times she booked with me because I gained her trust back. Be more mindful of what you do within your business because it reflects the rest of us. It does. Let me give y'all an example, right? I had a client and she booked with me. She was so sweet, y'all. Like, she had such a small head, so we got done kind of quick. When I was doing her hair, y'all, she was just apologizing for every single thing, y'all. And I felt so bad because I'm like, who hurt her, bro? Who hurt her? Like, who did this to her? Because she was such a sweetheart, y'all. Like, she would say sorry for everything. She would step on my carpet, my little rug. She'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. She would drop her water bottle. Oh, I'm so sorry. If her head was down and I would, like, move her head. Oh, I'm so sorry. If, like, she falls asleep. I'm so sorry. Like, she asked me to use the bathroom. She was like, I'm sorry. Can I use the bathroom? You don't have to apologize to use the bathroom. Y'all are literally traumatizing people to where they feel like they can't even go to new stylists, or they feel like they have to step on eggshells when they're around new stylists because y'all cancel appointments over every little thing. Let me not say y'all, because we are a community. Let me not say y'all. We cancel appointments over every little thing. Not including myself. I don't do that. But you know what I'm saying? Us as a community, we need to do better with that. Clients literally don't trust us no more. They don't trust new braiders. They want to stick to the braider that they already got because it's so hard to find a new braider nowadays. Like, beginner braiders aren't even given a chance anymore. Even if you're the best braider out there, you have the best customer service, before they even book with you, they feel like they can't trust you. So now it's to the point to where they stop going to home-based people. The first thing you should ever do is invest in your education. Invest in your education. I cannot say this enough. Invest in your education. Invest in learning skills. Invest your time, your money, your sweat, your tears, your energy. But something people can never take from you is your knowledge. What you know, people can never take that away from you. I know it's the boring part. You don't want to do it. Make sure you don't rush your journey. Make sure you actually take the time to educate yourself. If you're not a braider, or even if you are a braider and you just like getting your hair done or getting your hair braided, I'm going to give you some tips, some steps, and some things that you should do whenever looking for a new braider or even a new service provider in general, so we can prevent you going to those scammers, and then we can all just live happier lives. Make sure you do some research. Make sure you read reviews, okay? Just search up your braider's at or their handle or their business name into every social media platform you have to see if they have any posts or any old reviews or anybody talking bad about their name on social media. Going through someone's portfolio nowadays with social media, y'all, it is so easy to get scammed. Whenever you're going through like someone's page, make sure that their work is consistent. Their braids look the same in every video, and it's not like from another different hairstylist and they're stealing pictures. Make sure it's the same background in everyone. Go to their bio. If they do not have a secure website, do not trust them, okay? I'm not saying don't book if they don't have a website. There are people who just don't have a website right now, which I don't think, if you know that this is going to be a business for you, you need to get a website. I don't care if you think, oh, I only got 2 clients. You need to get a website. Read the policies. And if the policies seem too extreme, do not book with them. And if the policies have it to where, oh, you only got to pay like a $20 deposit, but you're getting butt length small knotless braids for $100, that's a scam. There's no way you're getting $100 small butt length knotless, okay? Like, even as braiders, when we get messages from clients, you can tell when someone is going to be a problem by the way they communicate, just by the way that they carry themselves. So whenever I go on someone's policy and read their policy, it's the same exact way. You could tell how someone is going to be as a person if you read their policy. Like, one way we can really help solve this issue is just to build a safe space for us braiders, which is exactly why I created this podcast. I just want us to all have a community where we can come together and just talk and chill. Whenever you're braiding hair, like whenever I'm braiding hair, I listen to podcasts. So whenever you're braiding hair, you can just listen to my podcast, catch up. Just think about some things that you just haven't thought about before, some things you can discuss with your clients at their appointments. I feel like we all just need somewhere where we can come and hold each other accountable. Unfortunately, guys, that's the end of today's episode. I have so many more episodes coming. I have so many more things that I want to talk about, so many more opinions that I need to get out. If you guys want to hear what Lil Me has to say, and you just want to be a part of the Braid Hub community, feel free to subscribe because everyone is welcomed. We don't discriminate over here. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Braid Hub Podcast. I'm your host, Zylaysia Tiyetta.